Yo, what is good, YouTube? We got Akala, Fire in the Booth Part 1. One of the most requested FITBs or freestyles off the Mike Reckless videos. All the UK people coming through. And anyone else checking all these out, man, really appreciate you so much love in the comments. Hit that sub button, hit that like button if y'all are feeling the content. Just trying to grow here. Almost at 600, trying to hit that 1K mark. So appreciate y'all being here. Let me get some comments. Let me show some love. And yes, I did get a camera. Actually, my bro, shouts out my brother, got me a camera for my birthday a couple days ago. So we're up in the quality of this bitch and you know, some other tweaks and fun stuff I'm gonna toss in there. Coming soon, coming soon. Let's get to some love to show in the comments. Fizzbit says on the Fire in the Booth 2 from Mike Reckless. Excellent reaction as always, brother. You need to check out the following UK artists who are amazing as well. Wretch32 and Avellino, Fire in the Booth. Yes, that is also a heavy request. I'm gonna hop on that one as well. Kala, this one, I'm guessing Kala means Akala. And then Low Key, Fire in the Booth. There's a rapper called Low Key. Interesting. 6 stars and 19 titles. Suggests a couple of Mike Righteous songs. Gone, Because I Love You, and Work. I will definitely check those out, man. And let's get right into this video. Akala, part 1, 2011. Let's get it.
No, you gonna dig this.
Oh yeah, perfect.
Yo. Okay, yo.
I like you. You're like a tiger.
Yes, I grew up on a dole in a single parent family. Been through a little bit of tragedy. Yes, I was around drugs and violence before the day that I started secondary. That's part of it, not half of it. Get the picture, the rest ain't necessary. Growing up, got a little caught up. That ain't even half of my life. Also given the knowledge of self, that is all we actually need to survive. If you saw me, age 9, reading Malcolm, just fine.
Alright, he's coming in deep. Grew up with a lot of tragedy. All you need is self-awareness to get to where you need to be. When I was 9 reading Malcolm X, this is only half of it, not the whole story. Or oh my god, bro, this one's gonna be real, isn't it? This one's gonna be fucking real, isn't it? The flow, the beat's going hard.
Around drugs and violence before the day that I started secondary. That's part of it, not half of it. Get the picture, the rest ain't necessary. Growing up, got a little caught up. That ain't even half of my life. Also given the knowledge of self, that is all we actually need to survive. If you saw me, age 9, reading Malcolm, just fine. Teachers still treated me stupid. Students that couldn't speak English, they put me in groups with. The irony is, some of the first man to give me schooling, you were called youngsters. I already explained that we know what the truth is. They used to say, don't be like me. Yeah, I got a name and dough on the street. Nighttime comes, I can't sleep. It's the part that rappers don't speak. We don't hit the road cause we're thugs. Don't come out the room, wanna sell drugs. If we got the right guidance and love, would we fight people just like us? How could I knock the hustle to get by? How do you think I ate as a child? Judge no one, done many things wrong. Just don't boast about it in songs, but listen to my older bars. I was just as confused as you probably are, but you grow when you learn. Travel and cut.
So the like that flow, I feel like Mike uses that too. Is that a UK thing? Is it? I don't know. I'm just catching the bars, the flow, which I like. It's fucking fire. And I'm not saying anyone's biting anyone's style. I'm just saying that now both Mike and Akala have used that kind of flow. And my first school teacher will be someone that you called a gangster. And honestly, it's all about how you grew up and the people around you that were your influence and taught you the ways of life. So whether it's a teacher or a mom or a brother, if you're around some fucking gangbang and shit, that's what you're gonna learn. That's what you're gonna be around. And then it's tough to come out of that. Alright.
We wanna sell drugs. If we got the right guidance and love, would we fight people just like us? How could I knock the hustle to get by? How do you think I ate as a child? Judge no one, done many things wrong. Just don't boast about it in songs, but listen to my older bars. I was just as confused as you probably are, but you grow when you learn. Travel and cut. One too many man, you know, get caught up. One too many man that could have been doctors, end up spending the whole life boxed up. You learn if you study, so set out just to make them money. No cover. It's all about getting poor people to fight with one another, so it's logical that us killing our brothers, dissing our mothers is right in line with the dominant philosophy of our time. But time is a cycle, not a line. Comes back around, you regain your mind. You be ready for the energy I challenge in my rhyme. Remedy the pedigree, the jeopardy of your mind. When the world's this leverage is a crime.
Remedy the pedigree that's jeopardy in your mind.
In line with the dominant philosophy of our time, but time is a cycle, not a line. Comes back around, you regain your mind. You be ready for the energy I challenge in my rhyme. Remedy the pedigree, the jeopardy your mind. When the world is leverage is a crime. We can all fight.
When the world is fucked, the crime.
For the energy I challenge in my rhyme. Remedy the pedigree, the jeopardy your mind. When the world is leverage is a crime. We can all fight with our brothers over crumbs. Harder to fight the one who makes guns. We can all talk get $2. Harder to be the one who seeks knowledge. If we understood economics with no money's nothing, think nothing of it. Money is a means to get wealth, not the wealth itself. And don't get confused, far from broke. All that you see me do I own, but I won't hang what I make around my neck. I know from where that the diamonds came, but I do literally own a library that definitely costs more than your chain. And businesses and property, far from starving. I eat quite properly and I don't care. Just said it for the kids who need to know you're not broke to listen. Don't know an asset from a liability. They've never been shown nor told the difference, so they don't change situation. Richest man in Britain is Asian, that's significant, not coincidence. Asian people build businesses not by flossing, going out shopping, giving up their culture for everyone's profit. Who runs Bollywood? Indian people. Who runs our ish? So we shake our ass and dance as if racism just upped and vanished. But has it? No, it's right on course. You're beaten so bad you're trained to ignore. Let me not just make sweeping statements. Give me a second, I'll explain it. For small amounts of drug possession, there's more black people in jail in America than there is for rape and armed robbery and murder all put together. You can say they're just locking up thugs. Imagine they're in prison, every middle class kid that had ever held drugs.
Alright, he's fucking speaking some truth. But a lot of comments or a lot of people, and it's not just Akala, I'm just talking about anyone who spits some real shit. There's always people either upset or not understanding why they're not blowing up or they're not getting to a point where everyone knows about them. I mean, this video has like 5 million views. I'm sure Akala's a fucking huge name. My first Akala experience right now. But he's talking, and he's kind of like talking. You know, he's talking on the beat. There's not too much cadence or rhyming or whatever to make it super appealing to the ear if you weren't really ingrained and like trying to break down what he's actually saying. What he's actually saying is the fucking truth. He's riding the beat with the crazy flow, but when you don't have the cadence and the rhyme scheme, it doesn't catch on as much. And I don't know his other songs. This is just, like I'm saying, my first experience with him. He's talking about racism, political, systematic racism. He's talking about how Indians own Bollywood, how Asians aren't going to sell out their culture for a couple bucks and they're going to put in work and then they're going to be rich like the richest man in Asia. He's talking about like real shit. That one, it's already hard for people to go and just listen to that shit and like really be about all the tough shit that's going on in the world. It's already tough for people to accept and listen and then develop the knowledge necessary to understand all the stuff that's going on in the world. So getting past that point is already tough. And to do that generally, if you do it with a cadence and a rhythm and a flow that's more vibing, it draws people in. And then they're like, all right, let me listen to it again. And then they're like, oh shit, he's really talking. For me, I respect the fucking craft. I respect the pen. I respect what he's saying. It's just the reasons why some people don't blow up even though they're saying the realest shit is that. And I'm not saying that's Akala. I'm just saying in general, Akala might be fucking huge. I need to do more research. But that's kind of generally what goes on.
Possession, there's more black people in jail in America than there is for rape and armed robbery and murder all put together. You can say they're just locking up thugs. Imagine they're in prison, every middle class kid that had ever held drugs. Oh, that's right, that'd be your kids. Bigger than that, what is going on with this? Prison in America's private business. They get paid 50k per year per inmate by the state. Just wait, also legally are allowed to use their prison inmates as slaves. Cheap slave labor, big corporations, they come out of jail when they can't get a job. So when we celebrate going to jail, we are literally celebrating enslavement. Add to that the hood that you live in, engineered social condition that breeds crime by design. Where do you think you get your... And you can say that they're just black, but I like to deal with facts. In the 1920s, you would have found in America black towns, prospering centers of economics to education to make you proud. But some people couldn't bear that the former slaves would not just lie down to the KKK and other hate groups. Burn those towns to the ground, killing hundreds if it ain't understood. You think you were always living in the hood. It's only been 60 years since the hung blacks and burned them, and that was so cool. They were your baskets, picnic baskets, even gave kids the day off school. Go see a lynching, have a picnic, it's fun to watch the little monkeys die. And people act a little dysfunctional. You wanna pretend that you don't know why. If your color means you can be killed and you're powerless to get justice about it, is it difficult to figure out how you would then end up feeling about it? And that ain't excuses, just dealing with the roots of abuses that make a reality where a generation of young men speak of ourselves as dirt casually. That's America. America, this Britain. Something similar, some different. In this country, the first enslaved were the working class. What's changed? Worse jobs, worse conditions, most tax. Look where you live and yet you go to the pub. Friday night you will fight with a guy, don't know what for, won't fight with a guy. Shooting a tight, you send your kids to die in a war. They don't send the kids to the rich or the politician, it's your kids, the poor British. They're the same to go and die in a foreign land for these wars that you don't understand. Yeah, they say you are British and that lovely patriotism they feed you, but in reality you have more in common with immigrants than with your leaders. I know both sides of my family, black and white, a fed ghetto mentality, reality in this system. Poor people are dirt regardless of shade. But with that said, let's not pretend that everything is the same. When our grandparents came here to Britain, if you had a criminal record you couldn't get in. That ain't protected from all of the stupid abuses they will be living. Kicked in the teeth, stabbed in the street, many times firebombed our houses, put feces through our letterbox, and of course the cops did so much about it. Daily, up to the 80s, people spitting in my pram cause I was a baby. But of course, that has had no effect on.
He was a what baby?
Daily, up to the 80s, people spitting in my pram cause I was a baby.
Is that... They're censoring some shit. Is it a swear word? What baby? I'm missing. Maybe I'm ignorant on this shit, but... Yeah, man. I mean... The prison system is modern slavery. It comes from the fact that people didn't like the fact that slavery was over, and then they wanted to legally keep it going somehow. So what they did was they just started imprisoning people for some petty shit that white dudes would not, or white people would just not get in trouble for. War on drugs. Weed is becoming legal everywhere. There's still a shit ton of people in jail for possession. For possession of amounts that, like, it's crazy. And it just all ties in together when you do all your research. Like you're saying, 1920s or 1960s, just 60 years ago. People were lynching. Hey, take off school. Let's go watch a lynching, baby. Fuck, bro. Oh man. All right, this dude he's definitely woke. He could have I think it hits hard for me and it hits hard for everyone listening. But again, the flow and the cadence does matter in terms of like really vibing with like a song, even though the topic isn't something you want to vibe with. When the musicality draws you in, the lyrics get more ingrained.
But of course, that has had no effect on why today we are crazy. And none of this was for any good reason. They were just dark and breathing to ease the guilt now for all of this treatment. Constant stereotypes are needed. So if I celebrate how big the bricks that are flipping, clips that are sticking.
Also, patriotism, fucking bullshit. Patriotism is you can dig down. All right, why do people like people from their own country more, or not like, but vibe with them more? Because they're closer together, because they speak the same language. All right, well, you can take that all the way down. You can take that all the way down to family, right? Like, you're going to mess with your brother and your dad and your mom more because you grew up with them and that's who you're closest. And then expand that out to, like, your neighborhood and the tribe. And then the tribe is going to expand that out to the fucking whatever community or whatever. And then it's like, all right, let's draw these borders with these other people. Like, patriotism is just randomly selected fucking boundaries that can be set literally from house to house, from tribe to tribe, from community, city to city, country to country. Shit, if there were other worlds, then there's gonna be fucking earthism or whatever. It's just not understanding that everyone can come together as humans or as animals or as living beings or as parts of the universe, and like it getting fucking philosophical. Anyway, Akala, get me in my thoughts.
We are crazy, and none of this was for any good reason. They were just dark and breathing to ease the guilt now for all of this treatment. Constant stereotypes are needed. So if I celebrate how big the bricks that are flipping, clips that are sticking, chicks that I'm hitting, I'm playing my position. But if I teach a kid to be a mathematician, messing with the schism, how they gonna fill a prison when materialism is no longer our religion? What do you think we got now in Britain? Just like America, private prison for profit. That mean when your kids go jail, people make money off it. So keep environments that breed crime, build more jails at the same time. Market badness to the kids in the rhymes. Long as rich kids ain't dying, it's fine. Get them to the point where some are so lost they actually believe if they don't celebrate killing themselves off.
As long as the rich kid is fine, then we're fine. Wow, fuck. They breed environments for the crime to pursue because jail is easy labor, cheap labor. And if they don't have that cheap labor, then they're not sitting as cozy. So let's keep those neighborhoods fucking dirty. Let's keep them crime ridden, and then let's catch those crimes a lot more frequently because we're gonna send people over there. Let's not put the fucking rich white kids in jail, or whoever the privileged party is in said country doesn't need to be rich white people, because there's other countries where this shit exists and it's not white people, it's whatever the nationality or whatever the people in power race are. Anyway.
Crime, build more jails at the same time. Market badness to the kids in the rhymes. Long as rich kids ain't dying, it's fine. Get them to the point where some are so lost they actually believe if they don't celebrate killing themselves off. That it's because they're soft. Was Malcolm soft? Was Marley soft? Tell me, was Marcus Garvey soft? Well, was Muhammad Ali soft? Nah, I think not, but they want us to think that the road is cool. Being on board is all we could do. We don't control the wholesale production, so who benefits from us moving the food? Or thinking there's no way out of road life, but Malcolm X used to hustle on the roadside. And Marcus Garvey organized more than 6 million people with no Facebook or Twitter. Why is it something you can't eat? One of my own homeboys did attend straight in the boxing yard. Now what's he doing? Passing his doctorate. Don't tell me that it's too hard.
What could he have possibly said that's censored there? What could he have possibly said?
Million people with no Facebook or Twitter. Why is it something you can't eat?
You can't. Why is it something that you can't equal? You can't. Fuck.
It's more than 6 million people with no Facebook or Twitter. Why is it something you can't eat? One of my own homeboys did attend straight in the boxing yard. Now what's he doing? Passing his doctorate. Don't tell me that it's too hard. Who trained you to believe you're inferior? Songbo Ebedo in Nigeria are the remains of an ancient moat dug 1,000 years ago. 20 meters wide, 70 down. Round the remains of an ancient town that's 400 square miles around. 400 square miles around. Please don't believe me. It was a documentary on BBC, but we ain't studying history. Too busy watching MTV. And MTV said, wear platinum. Now everybody wanna go and wear platinum. And MTV said, pop magnums. Now everybody wanna go and pop magnum. If MTV said, drink prune juice, you will start hearing that in tune soon. Hey, today I wore my Cartier. Is it now more important what I got to say? Oh, when I drive a Mercedes, by the way, so everybody listen to what I got to say. Does that make you all happy? But my head's still nappy. Think for myself, so some mad at me. But on the mic, ain't not one bad as me. All of this here's good for the rhymes. Put us in the same place at the same time, and it's clear to everybody I'm out of my mind. Some of these guys are running out of their rhymes. Clear to everybody that has got ears. I'm the guy that they just might fear, that they wanna get near, but they can't have a peer all day. I'm hard liquor, you just like beer. Front on the kid for another 5 years. Come to my shows and some criteria mean that much to them. It's a movement. I don't speak for myself, but a unit. Black, white, man, woman. Anyone who respects truth, we put in.
Old, young, rich, poor, him, her. It's just putting people in buckets. Why do we gotta put? Let's just have one bucket, bro. Let's just all be in the same fucking bucket, bro. And then the shit he was saying with MTV, if MTV said do this, then would you do that? They said pop magnums, would you pop magnums? They said you want platinum, would you want platinum? Like, are you happy? Like, that's why we need these people with platforms to do this. But I think in a way where you're not calling people out and asking them questions so they find the answers. I feel like there's a lot of saying you're wrong or what the fuck is up with this bullshit instead of saying, yo, why do you want that platinum? Because everyone has it. Why does that matter? Because, like, how much did it cost? This much. What were you going? Could you have used that money in a better way? I mean, probably. Then why did you buy platinum? Well, because, like, once you dig into the reasons of people and just ask why, they give you the answers themselves about why they're so fucking insecure in their head or why they're upset with their lives currently or and whatever, because they got to that point. When there's a you know, attack on someone, or when you tell them that they're stupid or they're not focusing on the real shit or whatever, there's a barrier because of the holier than thou type of, you know, messaging that goes on both sides. That's why there's no meeting in the middle. There's no understanding and compromise. There's fuck you and fuck you more.
It's like beer, front on the kid for another 5 years. Come to my shows and some criteria mean that much to them. It's a movement. I don't speak for myself, but a unit. Black, white man, woman, anyone who respects truth we put in. Dudes are like no dinner, we're just pudding. Yeah, you're sweet but no substance pudding. You can never ever be with a level on. Our songs get played out there in Lebanon. We speak for the people properly, not for the old fat guys in offices and the girls loving. Ain't fair, you can't even be bothered to comb his hair. Anyway, that's enough kissing my own ass. Back to the more important task of being so shower. I got half the hood screaming, knowledge is power. And I ain't saying that'll change rap, that, but I do know this for a fact. Right now there's a youth on your block with his hands on his face screwed up. So he don't care, don't give a that he won't let nobody call his bluff, but the words go in. Open your shackles, once that's happened there is no going backwards. You start to see what is really happening. Who the enemy you should be attacking is. So read, stuck on the block, read, sitting in the box, read, don't let them say what you can achieve. Cause when people are enslaved, one of the first things they do is stop them reading. Cause it is well understood that intelligent people will take their freedom. Cause if we knew our power, we would understand we can't be held down. If we knew our power, we would not elevate not one of these clowns. If we knew our power, we wouldn't get arrogant when we get 2 pennies. If we knew our power, we would see what everybody sees, that we're rich already. Whenever my MCs go run for your mummy, I'm hungry, I run for my tummy. That's enough, back to worshipping money. I'm off, back to the study. Man!
Charlie Sloth is my fucking man, bro. He's my favorite. He's my absolute favorite. Alright, he said read. I don't fuck with reading. But let me tell you this. Some people do. It's about getting the most perspectives of different people throughout history or throughout the world as you possibly can. Reading is just one form of putting out messages that you have in your head. Speaking is another way. Art is another way. Visuals, video is another way. And there's a lot of different ways that you can get different perspectives from other humans. And you can apply that to honestly like animals and shit too. If you start looking at like a dog very detailed in how it's acting and how it's interacting and stuff, or just animals, you can get different perspectives on how people interact and how living things interact. And read is just one way of saying get as many different perspectives as possible to create your own net or your own web of knowledge that you're gonna go off of. And that's why self-awareness is the most important thing to be able to reach some sort of fulfillment. And these people that just put other people down, or these people that enslave or put in prison and discriminate and whatever, they got their own fucking shit in their head that's fucked up. They got their own problems that they're not self-aware about. And if they were self-aware, that they would understand that it's the wrong thing that they're doing. Whew. Anyway, let's get the end of this video.
Hey, someone pass me that extinguisher! Oh! Oh! Hey, brother!
That mic has been burned.
And how the fuck do you memorize all that shit? Like, some of it was crazy flow and stuff, but some of it was just straight talking. He memorized the fucking 5-page paper or 10-page paper or however many pages of paper he needed to write all that shit down.
Illustrate records. Now that is what you call fire in the booth. No.
All right. Appreciate y'all watching. Like I said, like, subscribe, comment, do all that shit. If you fuck with the content, baby. We're coming with more. And let me know what y'all think. Peace.